The Detroit Tigers get absolutely blown out by the Milwaukee Brewers, 12-4 at home. Just a really dominant performance from the Brewers, really from the start. I thought the Brewers were able to use their speed. This team has a ton of speed. They also have a ton of contact. There are guys in that lineup that has had very, very good season. And really, this was kind of a somewhat close game heading into the top of the fifth inning. And the Tigers in the bottom of the fourth really had an opportunity to not only get this closer, but really to kind of put up a crooked number because it was Javi Baez that ended up grounding into a double play. Did allow the Tigers to cut the lead 3-1, but in that position, you should be able to put up at least 2 or 3 runs when you have a bases loaded situation. And just unfortunately, the Tigers weren't able to get more than one across. Obviously, it's still 3-1 at that point, still anyone's game. Tigers did struggle, especially when it started getting a bullpen. Kato Montero obviously had a couple rough innings, especially the second inning, giving up 3 earned runs then. But really, when it started getting a bullpen with Emmanuel De Jesus and Seabold, that's when things kind of got out of control. And once it really got into like a 5-6 kind of run lead for the Brewers, you really kind of saw that AJ Hinge was going to kind of let these guys go, let these guys pitch, let these guys eat up innings because these are going to be guys that aren't going to be facing a ton of high leverage situations. I think you really saw that today, especially with Emmanuel De Jesus. Gave up 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. He wasn't able to get really anyone out. The Brewers were able to really be aggressive, were able to get multiple hits throughout this, was able to get on base, and even when they were able to get on base, they were just causing chaos throughout this whole entire kind of inning. And then Seabold obviously came in, gave up 2 runs, and at that point, you're down 12-1. Right, and it truly doesn't matter at the end of the day. Really, congrats to Jake Rogers, though. He got his first career strikeout. You love seeing that. You don't obviously love going down 12-4, right? Like you don't love that side of things, but obviously it's a little kind of a cool moment for him. He actually looked better than Emmanuel and Seabold, which is kind of ironic and kind of funny. But at the end of the day, just a blowout game. And really, the only reason why it ended up being an 8-run lead is because the Tigers were able to put up 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth. McGonigal got a hit. Violin got a really nice double to center. But really, outside of that, like McGonigal continues to be probably the best hitter on this Tigers team. Gleyber Torres got a hit. Wenzel Perez had a pinch hit opportunity. He got a hit. Torque got a hit, which was actually a really nice at bat. I do want to give Torque credit for that. I know Torque's been kind of a lot of people's frustration has been towards, but it was a really nice at bat, 1 for 3 on the day. But really, Colt Keith had a hit in this game. Tigers were really only able to put across 9 hits on a day compared to 16. That's not going to be good enough. Did have an error on this day, but at the end of the day, Kato Montero gets a loss. This just wasn't a good performance from the Tigers. This was just really kind of back-to-back performances where the Tigers have been a little bit of a letdown, especially after winning, I believe, 5 or 6 consecutive games. The Tigers have not looked very good. They're back to 500. Obviously, they have a couple more games against this Brewers team. This Brewers team is a good team. They're going to be able to put up runs. They're going to be able to have good pitching. And I thought for the Brewers today, they got a decent start from Harrison. The bullpen was really good, besides Woodford. And at that point, it truly doesn't matter. So good performance from the Brewers. Really bad performance from the Tigers. Really can't take much more away. Really can't talk about much else because it just overall, besides Kevin McGonigal, besides a couple of nice hits, Matt Beerling, at the end of the day, it is a loss. It is a poor performance, and that's really the end all be all of this. You just have to throw this away, scrap it, kind of forget about it, and kind of go on from there. But we'll see how the Tigers respond tomorrow. If this is something you like, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share with friend, family. More Tigers content coming up tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in this episode, and tune in to more content and episodes in the near future.